What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're looking at why trying to learn English really fast is, well, it's actually guaranteed to make you fail.
Hey, I'm Alex.
Hey, I'm Grace. And yeah, we know that time is like the most valuable resource you have. So
Huh, exactly. Time is so important, and people spend so much of it worrying that they aren't improving fast enough.
it's so true. And that's why we want to make sure the time you spend with us is always helpful, comfortable, and fun. If you're new here, this is English After Rain. You can find us at the handle at After English Rain.
That's right. We like to think of this channel as a very cozy and warm place. Like, imagine you're sitting in your favorite cafe, it's a rainy day outside.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, you're drinking a hot, delicious cup of coffee, you're safe, you're relaxed, and you're ready to take a deep dive into some really useful ideas.
Exactly the vibe we want. Before we jump in, please remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave your comments down below. We really love reading your comments.
We do. And don't forget that we drop new deep dives for you every Sunday and Tuesday, so make sure you come back on those days.
We always have something new for you to learn, and today is no different. Our mission today is to look at a topic called small steps, big changes.
Right, because we know that many of you watching want to improve your lives quickly.
Yeah, you want to speak English without thinking, you want to get healthier, you want to read more, and you probably want all of this right now.
Of course. I mean, it's human nature. But often when we try to do everything quickly, we feel totally overwhelmed. We make a huge plan, we try to do it all at once, and then we just crash.
Right. So our goal today is to help you if you ever feel that way. We're going to explain the actual science behind why doing a little bit every single day is the real secret to getting big results.
It changes everything once you understand how your brain actually works.
So let's start with this idea of wanting fast results. We live in a world where everything is fast. Fast food, fast internet, fast deliveries.
Yeah, everything is instant.
So it makes sense that we want fast self-improvement too. But why do we always think that a massive amount of hard work is the best way to start?
Well, because of how our brains handle excitement. When you imagine a massive change like studying English for 3 hours a day, your brain gives you a rush of a chemical called dopamine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it makes you feel happy and successful before you even start the work.
So just making the big plan feels like an achievement.
Exactly. Your brain feels amazing just thinking about it. But here's the trap. Feeling excited does not give you the physical energy to actually do the hard work every day. I actually have a really good personal story about this from a few years ago.
I'm guessing it involves one of these massive plans.
You know, it does. I really wanted to improve my English vocabulary. I wanted to sound perfect. So I decided I needed to study for 3 straight hours every single day.
3 hours every day. That sounds miserable, to be honest.
Oh, it was terrible. On the first day, I did it. I studied for 3 hours, and I felt very proud. On the second day, I studied for 3 hours again, but I was, like, looking at the clock the whole time.
Uh-huh. Let me guess what happened next.
By the fourth day, my brain felt completely foggy. I had a headache. I had absolutely no energy left.
So you quit by the end of the week.
Even worse, I got so tired that I just stopped studying completely. I didn't open an English book for over 3 months.
Oh, man.
Yeah, my big plan completely failed because I tried to do too much, too fast.
I think a lot of viewers are nodding their heads right now. I mean, I've definitely done the exact same thing with exercise. But wait, I want to push back on this a little bit.
Sure, go ahead.
If we don't put in a massive amount of effort, I feel like we aren't really trying. Don't we need to push our brains hard to actually learn something new?
That is the million-dollar question. And the answer really comes down to understanding 2 important words: consistency and intensity. We usually choose intensity, but we actually need consistency.
Okay, let's break those down. I want to make sure we're totally clear on the difference.
Sure. So intensity means doing something very hard, using a lot of power and energy all at once. My 3-hour study plan was high intensity. Running as fast as you can until you can't breathe is high intensity.
Right. And consistency.
Consistency means doing something regularly without stopping, doing it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even if it's only for a short time. It's about showing up every day.
So why is consistency better? Because if I only study for 10 minutes, it feels so easy. Am I really learning anything in just 10 minutes?
Yes, you are. And here's why. Learning a language is not about testing how much pain you can take. It's about building a pathway in your brain.
Right.
When you do something every single day, even just for 10 minutes, you're sending a signal to your brain. You're saying, hey, this is important. Keep this information.
Oh, I like that. It's like making a path in the woods. If you run through a forest one time, even if you run really fast and hard with high intensity, you don't leave a path. The grass just pops right back up.
That's a brilliant way to explain it.
But if you walk the exact same way through the forest every single day, just lightly walking, while over time the grass wears down, you create a clear, permanent path.
Exactly. That clear path is what happens in your brain when you are consistent. 10 minutes a day is easy. You don't get a headache. You don't burn out.
Yeah, and burning out is when you lose all your energy and motivation to continue.
Right. So when you avoid burning out, you keep walking that path, and your brain builds a strong foundation.
So the real danger of huge, intense effort is that it guarantees we will quit. And quitting means the path disappears completely.
Right. So if we know that intense effort makes us quit, we need to focus on what actually works, which is tiny, consistent actions, small steps.
Let's look at the math of these small steps because I think the numbers are actually surprising.
Oh, they definitely are.
Let's use reading as an example. So many English learners want to read a full book in English, but staring at a thick book with 300 pages is terrifying.
It really is. Your brain looks at that big book and says, no way, I don't have the energy for that. But what if you only had to read one page?
Just one page a day. That almost sounds too easy. It would take, what, 2 minutes?
Exactly, 2 minutes. Anyone has 2 minutes, the mental block is gone. Because it's so easy, you actually do it. And here's where the math gets fun. If you read one page a day, that one page becomes 30 pages in a month.
Which is a whole chapter.
Right. And if you keep going, it becomes 365 pages in a year. Suddenly, you've read a complete thick book in English.
And you did it without ever feeling tired.
You didn't even notice you were working hard.
The compound effect is amazing. It's the same with our health, you know? We often think we need to go to the gym and lift heavy weights for 2 hours to get healthy, so we just stay on the couch instead.
Exactly. But if you just decide to take a 10-minute walk outside, your brain says, okay, I could do 10 minutes. But taking that short walk every day improves your heart, clears your mind, and gives you more energy.
And there's a psychological trick happening here, isn't there? Because a 10-minute walk or reading one page is so easy, we don't feel afraid of it tomorrow.
That's the secret mechanism.
Yeah.
Because the action is small, the resistance is low, you repeat it. And repeating is how you build a habit.
Oh, like an automatic action?
Right. A habit is an action you do automatically without using much brain power. Like brushing your teeth.
Right.
You don't need motivation to brush your teeth. You just do it.
I love that. Motivation is what gets you started, but habits are what keep you going. Now, let's connect this idea directly to what our viewers care about most, which is learning English.
Learning a language can feel like a mountain that never ends. It's very common to feel frustrated.
And I think a lot of that frustration comes from how we measure our progress. We all want to be fluent, but what does being fluent actually mean? I think people define it wrong.
How do you think they define it?
Well, they think being fluent means never making a mistake or, knowing every single word in the dictionary. But really, fluency just means you can communicate your ideas smoothly. You don't have to translate everything in your head first.
I agree completely, but here's the big problem. Learners are very unfair to themselves. They compare their day 10 of learning to someone else's day 1,000.
Yeah, that's so true.
They listen to an advanced speaker and think, why can't I sound like that? I must be failing.
It's such a dangerous trap. Comparing yourself to advanced speakers just destroys your confidence. Instead of looking at the top of the mountain, you just need to look at the step right in front of you.
To help you do that, we want to give you 3 very specific, tiny goals. You can start using these today. They take almost no time, but they will build that English habit.
Goal number 1 is learn 5 new words. Not 50, not 20, just 5 words.
Why is it 5?
Because if you try to memorize a list of 50 words, you'll forget 48 of them by tomorrow. If you pick 5 words, write them down, look at how they are used in a sentence and say them out loud, your brain will actually hold on to them.
And 5 words a day is over 1,500 words in a year. That's a massive vocabulary. Goal number 2 is listen to one short piece of audio, like a short deep dive just like this one, or a simple news clip.
Just 5 or 10 minutes. You don't even have to sit at a desk. You can listen while you wash the dishes or ride the bus. It helps your brain get used to the natural rhythm and sounds of English.
Right. And goal number 3 is practice speaking for just 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes. Some people might feel shy if they don't have a speaking partner.
You don't even need a partner. You can talk to yourself in the mirror. You can describe what you see out the window.
Yeah.
Just getting your mouth used to making English sounds for 2 minutes a day makes a huge difference.
5 words, 1 short audio, 2 minutes of speaking. Anyone can do that, but I want to be honest with the viewers. Even if you do this every day, you aren't going to feel different tomorrow morning.
No, you won't.
Oh,
And that brings us to a beautiful concept from our sources today. The idea of invisible progress. In the beginning, true progress is something you cannot see.
right. There's an analogy that explains this perfectly. Success is exactly like planting a seed, but I want to really explain what's happening under the ground here.
Let's hear it.
Imagine you plant a small seed in the dirt. You want it to become a beautiful, strong plant. So you water it on Monday, you look at the dirt, and there's nothing.
You water it on Tuesday. Still nothing. Just wet dirt.
You water it every day for 2 weeks. To your eyes, the seed is doing absolutely nothing. It's so easy to get angry, throw the watering can away, and say, this is broken, I'm wasting my time.
But the seed isn't doing nothing. It's actually doing the hardest work of its life.
Exactly. Underneath the soil, in the dark, that seed is breaking open. It's pushing roots deep down into the dirt. Those roots have to be strong. If a plant grows too fast without deep roots, the first strong wind will blow it over.
That is such a powerful image. The invisible progress is the most important part, building the foundation.
Right. And then one morning, and you look at the dirt, and there's a tiny green leaf pushing through. Once the roots are strong, the visible growth happens quickly.
Your English journey is exactly the same. When you learn 5 words today and listen to an audio tomorrow, you don't feel fluent. The progress is invisible. But underneath, in your brain, you are growing those deep roots.
So I want to ask you directly, as you're listening right now, think about the seed you are planting in your life. Are you watering it today, even if you can't see the plant yet?
Yeah, that takes a lot of patience. I mean, waiting for those roots to grow can feel really slow and frustrating.
It definitely can. And that feeling of waiting actually brings us perfectly to a favorite part of our channel. It's time for our idiom of the day.
Oh, we love sharing new idioms with you guys. Idioms are phrases that have a deeper meaning than just the words themselves. Native speakers use them all the time.
Today's idiom perfectly matches this feeling of waiting for your invisible progress to finally show up. The idiom is, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Now, let's explain the mechanics of this phrase. Rome, of course, is a very famous ancient city in Italy.
It's massive. Huge stone buildings, giant roads, complex water systems.
Right. Could an army of workers build all of that in 24 hours? No. It's physically impossible. You have to lay one stone at a time, then another stone, then a brick.
And when you're just looking at one brick, it doesn't look like a city, it just looks like a rock. But you have to trust that all those single bricks will eventually connect to become an empire.
Exactly. So when someone says Rome wasn't built in a day, they're reminding you that great, complex things take a long time to create. You can't rush quality.
If you are learning a new skill, fluency is your Rome. You are building an empire in your brain. You can't build it in a weekend cram session. You have to put one stone down every day.
So the next time you feel frustrated because you made a grammar mistake or you couldn't understand a movie without subtitles, take a deep breath. Remind yourself, Rome wasn't built in a day. You're just laying today's brick.
That is wonderful advice. We are building empires, just one brick at a time. As we come to the end of our deep dive today, we really want you to take action on what we've talked about.
We don't want you to just listen and then do nothing. We have a reflection question for you, and we'd love for you to answer it in the comments down below.
Here's the question. What small action can you start today?
Not a massive plan, just one tiny step.
Maybe your small action is drinking one extra glass of water right when you wake up.
Or maybe it's leaving a book on your pillow so you read just 2 pages before you fall asleep.
Or maybe it's putting on an English deep dive for just 10 minutes while you commute to work. Choose something small enough that you know, without a doubt, you can do it again tomorrow.
Because consistency is your superpower.
Before we go, we want to leave you with a final, deeper thought to mull over. Something to think about after you close this video.
What is it?
Success isn't just about starting, it's about continuing.
Oh, that's a profound truth. Starting is the easy part. Anyone can get that dopamine rush on day one. But continuing when the excitement fades, that's where the real magic is.
I want you to think about how you will show up on the boring days. Because there will be boring days. Some days it will be raining, you'll be tired, and you won't want to review your 5 English words.
On those difficult days, remind yourself that you don't need to be perfect. You don't need high intensity. You just need to show up and water the seed. A bad 5-minute practice session is still better than doing 0.
Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep wearing down that path in the forest. You are doing great, even if you can't see the progress yet.
Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today. We know you have a busy life, but you chose to spend this time learning and growing.
We really appreciate you being part of our community. Keep taking those small steps, and we promise they will lead to big changes.
We'll see you in the next deep dive of English.